Welcome to the Concerned Debates programme. The Concerned Debates have been running since 1984. They are a core element of Concern's active citizenship programme, which seeks to encourage learning and debate about issues of global justice and human development. The Concerned Debates aim to promote a deeper awareness and understanding of the global issues affecting the lives of millions of people, particularly in the developing world. To provide students with a public forum to develop skills in research, critical thinking and debating. To encourage students and teachers to become lifelong advocates on issues relating to development, poverty, justice and human rights. And to allow students to gain a deeper understanding of global issues and become active citizens. If you have an interest in current affairs and global development issues and you enjoy engaging with talented young people, then the Concerned Debates are for you. As an adjudicator, you will remain neutral and impartial. You will assign marks in accordance with the categories on the marking sheet, and not because you personally agree or disagree with a particular side of the argument. The Concerned Debates is an educational programme and not just a public speaking competition, so adjudicators must be good listeners and able to see both sides of the argument. The programme is hybrid, with an online league phase and latter stages of the programme being held face-to-face. In the online league phase, participating schools will record their debate live over Zoom or Microsoft Teams. The proposing school will upload the recording onto the Concerned Debates platform, and adjudicators will receive an email when it is ready to view. The adjudicators will watch each debate remotely on the Concerned Debates platform while completing the marking and feedback sheets. The marking and feedback will then be emailed to the Concerned Debates team, who will pass on feedback from adjudicators and inform schools of the results. Training will be provided on the Concerned Debates online platform. At the latter stages of the programme, debates will be held face-to-face in the proposition school, or on some occasions in a neutral midway venue, such as a hotel or in the Concern offices. The Concerned Debates team will inform you of the location at least 2 weeks in advance of attending a debate. Before you can begin adjudicating, you need to be Garda or Access NI vetted by Concern Worldwide. There is no minimum commitment for adjudicating. You may be asked to mark 1 or 2 debates per academic year. If you are unavailable, you will be reassigned a different debate. During the online debate phase, we ask you to return the feedback and result to the Concerned Debates staff within 1 week. When the debates are face-to-face, you will deliver the result at the debate. Now that you know the basics, we will go through the marking sheet. The Concerned Debates team will send you copies of the marking sheet. Before you watch the debate, fill in the title of the motion and the school's name on the marking sheet. When 10 is the maximum mark, give 9 or 10 points for excellent, 7 or 8 points for very good, 5 or 6 points for good, and 4 or less for needs improvement. When 5 is the maximum mark, give the student 5 points for excellent, 3 or 4 points for very good, and 1 or 2 points for needs improvement. Adjudicators are advised to make notes on a separate piece of paper. The debates happen really quickly, so it's helpful to mark down a good use of sources and use of refutation and rebuttal. Adjudicators should also feel free to stop and rewind the videos of the speeches in case they miss something. Section A of the marking sheet is content. Speakers are assigned marks under 3 headings. First heading is knowledge and understanding of the subject. This is worth 10 marks, and adjudicators should look for evidence that the speaker has understood the motion and has researched all aspects of the topic. Speakers should also preempt points that their opponents may raise. It is crucial here that there is no suspicion that they have cut and pasted any of their speech from the internet. The language should reflect their age and skill level. The second heading is relevance to the motion. This is worth 5 marks. Here, you should award marks for staying on topic. A story, humour or a quote are all welcome, as long as they add to the argument being made. The last area marked under Section A is use and variety of sources. This is also worth 5 marks. Award marks for research in this section. Quotes from named and reputable sources are key. Section B covers marks for debating skills and is split into 3 areas. Refutation and rebuttal awards 10 marks for speakers 2, 3 and 4, and the captain is awarded marks for refutation and rebuttal in their closing speech. Some adjudicators choose to give a maximum of 3 marks for each example of refutation and rebuttal. If the speaker delivers a particularly good refutation or rebuttal, the speaker is given 3 marks. If it is more of a contradiction, then only 1 or 2 marks are given. Other adjudicators prefer to go with a less rigid form of marking and look for quality of refutation and rebuttal, ease of inclusion in the speech, or forcefulness without recourse to sarcasm or disdain. Quality is key rather than quantity. A really good point, well delivered, that demolishes the main point of a previous speaker is more significant than a number of throwaway criticisms. Ability to persuade, communicate, and engage. Persuasion means that the debaters should leave the audience in no doubt that their side of the motion is the right one. Communication. Debaters should be articulate, speak slowly, clearly, and audibly. They should know their speech well and not stumble over it. Engagement. Speakers should use body language, eye contact, and vary their tone to keep their audience captivated. Passion, humour, and emotion is rewarded at this stage. Logical and well-constructed argument. Speeches should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Debaters should convey 3 or 4 well-developed points, rather than touching on many more. Section C is the area where adjudicators can award marks for the captain's duties. The captain gets marked the same as the other members of the team under content and debating skills, but not for refutation and rebuttal. The captain receives additional marks for their special captain duties. There are 35 marks in total that the captain can receive for their opening and closing speeches. Opening speeches for the proposing captain is marked on their definition of the motion and outlining the team's arguments. The captain of the opposing team is marked for responding to the motion defined by the proposition and presenting an alternative definition if they have one. Marks also go for the opposing team outlining their team's arguments and for presenting an argument of their own. In the closing speeches, each captain is marked on their summation of their team's arguments and rebuttals and adding refutation and rebuttals of their own. No new material should be introduced at this stage. Section D awards teams with marks for the display of teamwork throughout the debate. There are 10 marks awarded in this section, and teamwork can be displayed in a variety of ways. Debaters need to show that they worked as a team. It should be obvious to the adjudicators how the team has divided up the motion into subsections. Debaters should be familiar with each other's speeches, share research and useful statistics, and refer to each other's speeches if relevant. Once you have finished watching the debate, it is time to add up the scores and see who has won. Now that you know how to use the marking sheet, we will explain refutation and rebuttal a little bit more. The art of refutation and rebuttal is what differentiates debating from public speaking. To refute an argument is to produce evidence, facts and figures, in order to prove it untrue. To rebut an argument is to disprove or discredit it by offering an alternative and stronger argument. There are 10 marks available for refutation and rebuttal for speakers 2, 3 and 4. The captain receives marks for refutation and rebuttal in their closing speech. Students must clearly and accurately state the point they will be refuting in order to gain marks. As the debates will be marked remotely, adjudicators will not be able to give feedback to students or teachers in person. Therefore, we ask that adjudicators fill in the feedback form and give written feedback that the Concerned Debates team will pass on to both schools. We ask that adjudicators give constructive feedback to both schools and do not single out any students, whether positive or negative. Instead, adjudicators should focus on the team as a whole and highlight areas of strength and areas for improvement. We also ask that adjudicators write their feedback in block capitals so it's easy to read for teachers and students. The Concerned Debates team asks that adjudicators send the results of the debate along with the marking sheet and feedback sheet to debates@concern.net within 1 week. Thank you for becoming a Concerned Debates adjudicator. We look forward to working with you for the year ahead. For more information on the Concerned Debates programme, email debates@concern.net or follow us on social media.